Hello, everybody, and welcome to War With It RPG, where tonight we're playing Vampire the Dark Age. So, where we left off, the fight concluded with only one of the Bly managing to escape into the night, and the group headed to Brother Bernardus's for reintroduction of the Knights of the Lily to their former comrade. Dragomir and Casper split from the group temporarily to tell the Cappadocians that their crazy person problem had been taken care of. When they all returned to Bernardus's, they found out that he was not there, that he was out talking to the Tremere on their behalf. During the wait, the group began to split off, but into smaller little things. Asmodeus and Leonardo, the Nosferatu of the remaining knights, went to see Kothar, where Leonardo witnessed her followers worshiping her like a deity, where he declared blasphemy and headed in to attack her and them. Casper headed to Gerhardt's library, where he picked up the book he said he would repair. And lastly, Dragomir headed into the basement of Bernardus's haven, where he was overcome by an urge to drink the final drop of Malcloud's blood, which potency increased his generation and jump-started a connection to the cobwebs, a Malkavian madness network, as it were. A good DM would start in the middle of that fight that Asmodeus is inadvertently lit. But I'm not a good DM, and I've never claimed to be a good DM. So we're going to start with Dragomir. We'll start with Dragomir.
That sounds like a good DM choice.
All right. Well, first I'm gonna go back up to where everybody is.
Okay.
And say, okay, that was so I've been would everybody looking at, because I have Destan and Oliver here right now, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna try something. It might be kind of dumb, but that hasn't really stopped me before.
Seems like the theme of the night.
Yeah, that tracks.
It works. I'm a bit concerned that Bernardus hasn't come back yet since he went to go see the Tremere, and I presume Oliver and Samuel, you guys won't necessarily care if I find out that he's being held by them and we have to go rescue him, right?
I'll be heartbroken.
I know. One other thing is that for some bizarre reason I felt like compelled or just like drawn to that last drop of blood, so I kind of drank it, and
that statement alone gets the remaining knights and Bernardus's ghouls just stop whatever they're doing, just kind of look directly at you. Some with astonished faces, some with confusion.
I don't have a good reason. I felt compelled, I guess, since it was so closely tied to Malkov, I guess. I felt like he was telling me to drink it. It did open up some paths for me, though. How point to Destan and Oliver? How do you guys feel about me talking like directly into your minds if I need to? Like if we're separated and I need to, we need to talk to each other and.
I'm not opposed to it. I don't see it as long as you can't influence it in some way. I'm not.
I like
No,
that.
I wouldn't.
I like that line of
Not
thinking.
concerned.
I mean, no, it wouldn't be for influencing purposes. Mainly just to, I guess give us a new avenue of communication. Which, if you're okay with that, like I said, it'd just be in necessary situations. Which leads me to the other kind of. That's not the stupid thing. The drinking of the blood might have been a stupid thing too, but there's a different one. I might be able to reach out to Bernardus directly. 'Cause when I drank the blood, it just kind of opened up some involuntary connections to some other people. I'm not really sure on all the details right now. I'm still kind of figuring it out, but I might be able to talk to him, see where he's at, see if he's okay.
As he's talking to us, I'd like to do the sense cycle thing and see if anything's changed.
Okay, yeah, go for it. I honestly forget if there's a roll. I don't think there is. I think you just look.
If there's no roll, you can't fail, right?
That is the way it's supposed to work. Huh?
There is
Sense
if I want to
cycle.
glean omens and visions of the person or something like that. Unless you have a different.
No, that's yeah. Okay. So just looking at him with it, no
Yeah.
change.
Okay.
Okay, no change. Your connections are the same. You know what? Let me take that back. Your connections to him are the same, but there is like when you look at him specifically, there's like a like the strings of fate going from Dragomir form like a broken spider's web around him, where there's large chunks of the different connections missing, but you can see that he's now connected to other things beyond his strong pull to the group.
So I was gonna say, Oliver, if you're okay, just like sitting with me when I do this to make sure I don't like get overwhelmed again.
Yeah. Give me 1 second on that. I'm gonna do one of the roll ones to do like a deeper.
Okay. Spend your willpower. The difficulty is 7.
Yeah, it's perception and enigmas or empathy. It says. So.
What are you going for? That'll tell me which one you need to roll.
I don't know. I just want to like, if there's anything more to learn about.
Give me enigmas then.
Okay.
Yep, enigmas perception. Difficulty 7.
got some off specs, right?
That's all I got. Hey!
One success. There is, while you're looking at them, following the connections, as you look deeper, they begin to have like a pulse to them, and then you're suddenly you feel yourself being like not torn, but like you are splitting to be to watch one direction while also being pulled to watch another. And there's a brief moment where your consciousness is in those two directions, and one is headed towards a like an overwhelming oppressive presence. Not that he becomes one, but that he'll be subjected to one. And the other leads towards being even further connected. You can see that broken web becomes a very full web of connections with a figure of like a massive looming over him in that direction, and then each one splits further, and then you find yourself back to being yourself, but noticing that every time you go to watch one of these potential things, you're getting bombarded by different omens of different potentialities, all some coming quickly and then instantly shattering like they're not going to happen, and others coming and then staying but then shattering. It's very much like Dragomir has some permanent potentials, but he is now being drugged in so many different directions that there isn't a clear, decisive omen towards his future any longer.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over like closer to him and just be like, be careful. Whatever that did, it's very connected to others.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I feel like if this is anything I get as a result of my antediluvian is a bit concerning for me. So I'll be careful.
Oh,
That's why I just wanted you to be there, because like when we were out by the gate the one time,
right.
you know, that was not very good.
Just gonna be like, I'm here, brother, and put my hand on his shoulder, and then I'd like to do a peaceful touch before he does whatever he's gonna do. Because it says if the target is a vampire, she sees the difficulty of Rorschach or frenzy rolls decrease by 2. So it's like a layer of protection.
Good idea.
I
Okay.
I have to spend a blood point and make blood point and a willpower. Do I have to make a roll for a strike, or is it just gonna happen? Because I don't think he would pull away, right?
No.
All right, I'll spend my stuff.
Samuel and Montfrey both begin to talk, like speak up, and then Samuel allows Montfrey to say something. Do you need our assistance? Is what's about to happen dangerous?
To me, maybe. I don't know. I'm unsure. This is something new, unknown.
Do you need to be restrained?
Well, Oliver, I mean, you watched me previous times. What do you think?
Last time I remember, you thrashed around on the ground or something, like you were convulsing. Remember your shoulder?
Yeah, the shoulder thing. That didn't feel very good. You know, I might not hurt.
Well, I'm blessed with some enhanced strength, so I can. Do you wish to be held down or just stabilized?
Down, I guess. That'd be fine.
Okay. He'll walk over and be prepared for when you start.
I will just lie down on my back and just cross my arms over my chest.
Okay.
And I'll attempt to use the cobwebs.
He'll kneel and place his hands on your shoulders.
Okay.
All right.
I'll
So in order to...
I'll hold a leg
Sorry.
since I'm there.
I'll keep my hand next to my sword.
All right, so in order to use the cobwebs, you're going to need to make an alteration to your character sheet.
Okay.
You're going to need to add an ability.
Okay.
So you want to go to the gear, and then to the ability section,
Okay.
and down near the bottom you'll have the secondary stuff.
Mhm.
So hit the plus, the add an item,
Okay.
and add a talent called Malkavian Time.
Malkavian time.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Right. And you'll want it connected to, when you roll it, it's a wits Malkavian Time roll.
Okay. And is that just in the reference, or do I do that once I close out of it?
Oh, no, just once you have it, you can
Oh, okay, there it is.
it should appear on your sheet as like a new secondary ability. So
Yep,
then you'll
okay.
add yourself a dot to it
Yep, okay.
and give me a roll, a wits Malkavian Time roll. Your difficulty is 9.
Okay.
I believe in you.
That's
That's
easy
good.
work.
See?
Yep.
Oh,
It's 0.
Was that a botch? So I believed in you.
It was not a botch. Oh, I have
No, it
actually
is a
it
botch.
is a botch.
That is a
I didn't
botch.
change
yeah.
I didn't change
Difficulty.
the diff. I thought I changed the difficulty, but apparently I didn't. So yeah, that's a botch.
I prefer
what
the
you said.
non-botch route here.
The non-botch Jovi.
Yeah.
I kind of prefer the botch Jovi, to be honest with you.
Well, you're not
Oh.
the one holding you.
Okay.
I know who's gonna have the background bad luck soon.
Y- yeah, he's definitely.
I feel
All
like
right.
I feel like me because I'm always there to witness this.
That's PTSD for you.
Oh,
What is your message to Bernardus?
My message would be, Brother Bernardus, we're concerned by your delay. Just curious if everything is okay or if you need assistance and where you're at.
Okay. So you start to reach out to convey this into the cobwebs, that new buzz of activity and speak that's always there for you, and you throw your message out there like a fishing net. It's not focused like you wish it to be. It just ends up going everywhere, and you can feel yourself falling in and out of something else's consciousness while trying to do it. And the only thing that truly comes across in your message is concern and assistance. And as that finally gets across, you feel yourself being swallowed by that other consciousness. It is vast and huge. It feels like it's as big as the world as you can conceive the world to be at this time. It is cracking, like a pebble has just hit a mirror or a windshield, and it's created that first pock and beginning to split. This consciousness that you feel yourself being consumed by is broken and breaking further before it coughs you up. You feel that your connection to this consciousness hasn't gotten stronger, but that the precipice for the edge on which you look into it has gotten far more precarious. For Oliver and everyone else, he begins to not convulse, but he tries to pull himself into a fetal position as you're trying to hold him down. So give me an athletics. My brain just farted. An athletics strength roll.
6 difficulty.
Yeah, 6 difficulty.
Okay. Nice.
If it looks like they're struggling to hold them down, I'm gonna jump in.
You might have to jump in.
Dragomir, please give me a strength athletics roll.
Oh, I mean, this should probably go pretty well for you guys. 6.
Yeah, 6.
Never mind. Apparently, I can roll that well enough.
Oliver, he manages to not kick out of your grip, but his urge to make go into that position pulls his legs out of your hands. But Montfrey manages to just kind of hold him down without any real issue. So his legs pull up into his chest, but he doesn't fully ball like he might be out of someone's grip. You can, if you want to jump in on that, make the same athletic strength roll, or if you think Montfrey's got him, you can leave it.
I'll jump in.
Okay.
And strength.
Show off.
Yeah, you're able to get in there and grab his legs and hold him down. Dragonite, you come to consciousness, being held down fairly tightly by Dastan and Montfrey. Montfrey's had to scoot in a little closer to like your head to like really get a grip on you. So his knees are a little uncomfortable toward like in your view space when you wake up. There's like something right there.
Sure. Okay.
But yeah, you're being firmly held down.
Okay. Okay, that didn't feel good. That did not went about as well as I thought it would. That was, I don't even know how to explain that. I feel like the world's gonna swallow you, and then it just spits you back out.
Yeah, like 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Okay. I don't know where he is. I don't even know if I got to him. I don't even know what got to me. I'm just gonna lie here a moment, okay? Gonna just stay here.
Good news is you did not hurt your shoulder.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
Yep.
Just gonna curl up here.
Recover yourself as needed,
Yep.
friend. And he just kind of pats you on the face and then stands up.
He'll take that instinctual need to just kind of curl into the ball on the floor and just kind of lay there and just be like, oh.
I'm fairly certain we just tried to stop that from happening.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone did good.
All right.
As
I would check in on Casper, but he's engaged in repair work at the moment. So we'll hop on over to Asmodeus.
Dead Modius. What?
Okay.
Let me just open up all the Nosferatu character sheets. Okay, we'll use him as generic. Any roles you see from renewal it's not Renulf. He's generic Nosferatu right now. Okay.
It
Got
would be
it.
appropriate
But
for
it
him
would
to
be
make his
funny if
appearing.
it was.
Yeah, he just makes his return.
Because then I would have somebody to fight too.
All right. So Leonardo yells out blasphemy and no weapons whatsoever. Just starts to like barrel towards Kothar. What are you doing?
I am yelling, stop! And starting to run that way also.
All right. Well, give me expression manipulation roll. Difficulty will be. Oh, you're in luck. It is 6. Zero successes.
Yeah.
Starting off the night great.
Yep. Doing good.
Yep.
Just
Just going,
create an encounter.
just going by these rolls. I think you need to have Casper roll to fix the book.
I might be agreeing with you, good sir.
Just starts ripping it apart.
Right. All right.
I think he'll succeed. I succeeded, so I think
Roll for initiative, sir.
Alright.
Asmodeus. Why is Leonardo not in the? Because there's no token. That's pain in the butt. All right, let me just pop some tokens on here. One, two. Up to the top. There we go. So there we go. Let's try that again. Now, there we go. I'm cooperate. Okay, Asmodeus,
Yes.
you're at the tippy tip top.
I kind of figured it would be.
I was-
Okay.
I was having some not wanting to cooperateness going on, okay?
Well, no, I rolled a 9 and I have a +8, so I figured there was I figured they'd have to be pretty decent in order to beat that. So I'm going to try to get in between them and hold up my hands and say, "Stop," to Leonardo. We're trying. There has to be a good reason.
Okay. Give me the uh expression manipulation roll again. The difficulty is going to be a little higher. It's since you failed last time, so 7.
Can I use well reasoned?
Yes. Yes, you can.
One success.
Okay. 1 success is all you need. So he comes to a stop, like right at your hand, right? Like you can feel him uh as he starts to like try to push forward, and you say your part, and the anger in his eyes does not go away. You can feel his conviction, his passion towards this actual blasphemy that he is seeing. But he stops and simply says, "What could possibly be the good reason for this?"
Can I turn around to Kothar and say and ask what's going on here?
Sure, I will move ahead. It is Kothar's turn. She smiles. It's a small smirk, so there's no oddity to the like her look. She seems calm, uh, unconcerned. She shifts a little bit from her sitting position and begins to stand. And you begin to notice what her major deformity is. She's like her lower half has kind of become one big, long, bruised tumor that she keeps covered under that cloak. It gives her a bit of a like a bee or termite queen or ant queen look to her, where it's got that long egg laying thorax. Her legs look spindly, adding to it, and she says, "It's simple. I am their god."
I'm gonna start swearing in some ancient tongue in my head.
All right, so that's it. That's her. The entirety of her turn. She's not even concerned enough to add a dodge. Her group of followers stand and get behind you and surround her, and you can hear others moving towards you through the warren, through the den, to your location. So that is their turn. the anger, the hatred in Leonardo's eyes deepens. You can almost feel like a shadow start to overcome his brow. Like that anime, their eyes are going completely black from all the anger. And he reaches for a sword that's not there, ready to lay out a smite. And then he starts to push forward, trying to move through you. So give me an athletics strength roll.
That's about right.
So neither one of you move. He pushes against you, and you push against him.
That's awesome. No.
Uh, and he just turns to look at you and says, "You're okay with this?" And that'll be back to you, sir.
So I am going to speak directly into his mind.
Oh, so you're going to use your new level
I am going to
specs.
use my new level aspects.
All right, let me just pull that open so I have a direct reference.
That's good because I don't.
Man, I know you got to spend willpower, and then it's like I think subterfuge intelligence.
All right, player rolls intelligence subterfuge, difficulty equal to the victim's current willpower points. Okay, you're implanting thoughts as the communication. So, yep. Give me a subterfuge intelligence roll. Let me see where his current willpower sits. The difficulty's 3.
Sweet. 4 successes.
More than enough. Okay.
I'm going to imprint in his mind. We are severely outnumbered. You have no weapon. We can come back with more.
Okay. Give me another expression manipulation. You can use your well reasoned. We'll say the difficulty is back to 6 because you make some valid points in that particular statement. Give me the roll. 4 successes. Let's just end the combat. Bam. He looks at you and says, "Yes, we'll return later." Out loud.
Yeah.
And just turns around and begins to storm out.
I'm just going to follow him at this point since he said it out loud and leave.
Okay. It appears he's headed back to Bernardus's.
Yep. Same here.
Okay. Since it was suggested, let's head over to Casper. All right. So, what are you doing at the moment, Casper, for your repair work? You're muted.
Your microphone's on top of your head.
I was muted. I'm pretty sure I just left him a shopping list for what he needs to get for me to work on it, and then I sent back. I
Okay.
believe that's where I was at. I think I
Oh.
needed supplies.
I'll admit I didn't rewatch all the way to the end for my reminder of what happened. I thought I hit all the important bits. All right, so you're headed back as well.
Yep, I'm headed back.
All right, so you'd be getting back right about the time to come in to see Dragomir balled up in the fetal position, laying on his side.
Did I come at a bad time?
Everything's great. Just laying here.
He did something with the mind thing and tried to talk to people, and it looked like it went really well, according to what he said.
It was on par.
As expected. It went as expected.
I mean, I don't know what your definition of really well is, but if that's what his definition of really well is,
No, not what I. Just as expected. Just like that.
Any word from Bernardus?
That's what he was trying to do. He drank the last bit of the blood, by the way.
Ooh.
And he
So
said
tell
he
me about
gained
that.
the ability to talk into our minds and try to reach Bernardus's mind.
That was different. It was a different one. This just to point and order. Other one.
I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna start taking notes.
So tell me about your day.
How does that make you feel?
No, this is an important scientific experiment he just did, and I need to note down what happened. Drink
blew up
strange
in his
blood you found
face.
in a bottle.
Yeah. What did you learn?
So did it work?
I didn't. Not.
No.
I didn't get to talk to who I wanted to. I'll say that. It worked. I just feel like I'm not influential enough, I guess would be the best way to think about it. Is that my I got over ambitious, I think, and just attempted to do too much without really understanding what I
Journey
have.
of 1,000 miles starts with one step.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just wanted to check on Bernardus and make sure he was okay, since we know that Tremere are giant piles of cow dung.
For those of you in the room with them, you can make me an alertness perception roll, please.
Whoa.
5. That's some good perceiving.
I thought 5-4 was good, and then there's that line.
Casper's in note-taking mode. He's just
He is.
As you're talking to fetal Dragomir, the corner of your eye catches the ghouls have stopped moving. Like they've dropped their pretense of cleaning, and they're just staring at Dragomir with like a level of awe.
Oh no, please don't start worshiping. Please don't start worshiping him.
I'm about to invent yoga, y'all. Some stretch routines.
You guys good?
They say this almost simultaneously. Not quite. We heard him.
Dragomir or Bernardus?
Dragomir.
Interesting.
We heard him.
Yeah, that tracks.
So kind of went Bernardus adjacent instead of directly to him. Interesting.
What do you mean you heard me? Like,
I mean, we all just heard him talk.
Your plea for assistance. We heard it.
oh. But yeah, I was trying to ask Bernardus if he needed assistance.
We heard your cry, and then that simultaneousness to their statements starts to peter out, and Paul kind of takes the forefront and says, "No, we heard you. You yelled for assistance. We heard it."
Oh. Okay.
I wonder if this is like a kind of like a lighthouse beacon, and it went to everyone,
It's possible.
or everyone connected to Bernardus at least.
Well, when I was looking at you earlier, you're connected to a lot more than you were connected to before. And I think maybe whatever you used maybe doesn't necessarily just pinpoint a person, but all of the people.
So even ghouls?
I mean, I don't understand exactly how it works, but I know that there were so many paths that I could see with you, and a lot of them were not fun for me.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you know, when I took in the blood, it felt like I started just hearing and seeing all kinds of things at the same time, and they weren't even like close by. I wasn't sure if they were close by or if they were far away. It was just distance, time, all that kind of stuff just kind of stopped mattering, I guess, or stopped really working the way I thought it did. And I was here, and then I was here, and then I was there, and just it's hard to explain. But then when I tried to reach out to Bernardus, it was like something bigger woke up and tried to just eat my, I guess, essence would be the best way to phrase it, my mind. So I tried to reach out to him. It tried to consume me. And it was huge and vast and it felt bigger than the world itself. And then, I don't know if it was bored with me or I wasn't interesting enough, but it just spit me back out. Very, very forcefully. Maybe when I tried to talk to Bernardus, it just, yeah, maybe I just don't have enough influence to do what I need to.
Yeah, maybe we hold off on doing whatever you did again until we understand it a little more.
I think that's a good idea. I thought if I could like get a hold of Bernardus or offer to help him, find out if he needed help, it would be, useful. It was definitely it definitely overstepped, though. So I won't make that mistake again.
I'm unsure if I'm following what happened. So you drank the drop, and that gave you the ability to speak to people through the mind. But when you use that to talk to Bernardus, only his retainers heard you? Why did we not hear you?
Oh. Now here's a question, I guess. Would I know that the cobwebs are just Malkavian? Would I understand that, or because I just kind of just jumped straight into it without really knowing anything about it?
Right. You give me an Enigma wits roll.
6?
Yes, 6. Your successes.
3.
Your gut tells you now that you're like putting thought into it. It tells you that connection is purely Malkavian, and that consciousness that was attached to it that you started to fall into might be Malkal's influence connecting all his children together via this cobweb. It was 3. Yeah, he's not maybe directing it, but he's kind of there, being the operator, as it were.
Okay. No, I mean, I think there's 2 things. I guess I've the 2 things I have are separate. Like my senses feel sharper to the point that I feel like I can speak to others around me, to communicate my thoughts to them. But then when I drank the blood, it connected me to something else. entirely different that is just for those that have been touched by the madness of Malkov. And it's just it feels like a path that has just many branches, many directions to go. That is, I don't really know how to explain it better than that, but it's like trying to navigate a labyrinth of chaos. And I think I just tried to jump into the deep end without really understanding what I was, without taking a moment to really understand what I was getting into.
So it's the usual Malkavians, blood curse, just worse.
Yeah, I guess that would be accurate.
All right, I have another question then. If you can do the irregular, not Malkavian only, why wouldn't you choose that option?
That's an excellent question. I mean, I guess I could try that one too. I don't know if he'll be able to respond to me with it. Maybe he can. I kind of felt like this was a connection where maybe we could just communicate with each other directly. I don't really have a good answer to that one, other than curiosity.
The he and the knight just kind of like shake their head. You get the feeling they're just going, "Oh yeah, it's usual Malkavian stupid."
Yeah, stupid. Yep.
Yeah.
I will attempt to reach out to Bernardus using my Auspex though now.
Okay. So it was wits intelligence?
Subterfuge intelligence.
Subterfuge. Yeah, sorry.
Fine. What's my
Yeah, that's the part I'm looking up for you. Because it's his willpower.
Yep.
You're in luck. It's 3.
Oh, I was gonna say it's a 1. Oh. Nice. Look at you.
That's good considering I didn't roll that
Yeah.
well.
That's pretty good. You reach out. You manage to find Bernardus, like you connect to him. What's your message?
We are concerned that you haven't returned yet. It's been several hours. Can you tell us where you are? Do you need help?
He can respond. All right. What is your willpower?
5.
5? You can feel his mind reaching back to touch your own. If I could not do this myself, I fear I would have thought your voice my own. That's it.
Okay. He seems like he's okay. He said if he couldn't do this on his own, he would have thought that my voice was his own. Trying to make sense of what he said.
It feels like he just meant if he didn't have the ability to talk to someone in their head, he would have thought the voice he heard was his own voice in his own head. I don't know.
That makes sense to me. And the other knights just kind of nod.
I just shrug. I don't know.
Are the mind reading things are or talking is new to me. Are you able to peer into somebody's mind as somebody else is talking to them and hear what they're saying?
I don't get that impression. It's more just extending my thoughts to them.
Because if he was under duress, he might have cryptically said something. If not, then it sounds like he doesn't need help.
Give me an Enigma intelligence roll.
For anyone? Or...
For trying to figure out if you could hear other people's thoughts.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
It's you feel that its primary purpose is simply for talking, but you do know that if someone of sufficient willpower were to be feel you attempting to touch their mind, they could read your thoughts.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, mainly it's just for me to kind of convey thoughts to them. But if someone's mind was more, if their resolve was stronger than mine, they could peer back into my head.
But only the person you are talking to.
Yes. Yes, it's a two-way connection potentially.
So the fact that he said he wasn't in trouble implies that he's not in trouble?
I guess. I didn't really sense when he was sending back to me, like he was just responding. It didn't sound like there was any urgency or distress to his thoughts, right?
Yeah, no, it just felt like a statement back, no conveyance of urgency or distress or anything like that.
He didn't seem like he was in trouble. So I guess he's okay. Or not dead again. Is that what I sound like when Bernardus was talking to me? Is that what I sound like to the rest of you too?
So far.
God. I don't like this mirror that I'm looking into, but okay, that's I thought I was much more put together, but apparently I'm deceiving myself. Great. Stands up and brushes himself off. Lilith and Leonardo aren't back yet? Or no,
Who's Lilith?
Lilith, yeah, no. Asmodeus and Leonardo aren't back yet?
All right. So, Asmodeus, for the briefest moment, you shrink to like 3 feet in height.
White hair. White hair.
hair.
Yeah. Well, it's actually black, right? Dyed.
Well, it's black now, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Black with white roots.
All right.
No.
So, Asmodeus, you and you and Leonardo on your way to back to Bernardus's. You see someone of importance heading in the same direction, right? They're moving with determination and quite a bit of speed. He's tall, like deeply tanned skin, goatee, large, like Roman nose where it's got that hook to it. He's dressed in a mockery of like, or mimicry of finery for the like attempting to give that look of a Middle Eastern businessman, right? With hints of fashion from Egypt. You got turban that isn't well wrapped. It looks more like it's a poor head covering more than anything. And he's beelining it in the same direction you're going. You know him from the area as the eldest Malkavian, and goes by the Lizard. He's well known enough that you even know what his particular derangement is. He thinks he's God.
Of course.
He treats everyone, like the benevolent father. But yeah, he thinks he is God, and he is definitely, from the way he's moving, heading towards Bernardus's at a quick pace.
Okay. I'm gonna hold try to hold Leonardo back a bit. Don't want to get into that because I've already been into it once before. Already. I'll just tell him, I said, let's kind of follow behind this guy for a little bit. He's looking suspicious.
Yes, of course, but your reasoning back at the Warren is a good reason for me not to get involved with someone else right now. I lack weapons.
That is true. That is true. So let's just hang back a little, just in case.
All right, I will follow your lead.
Thank you. And
Right.
we'll follow just far enough away where he doesn't notice us.
All right.
Still head the same direction.
Give me a subterfuge wits roll to hide amongst the dwindling, like the small amount of people that are in the streets at night, the beggars, the malcontents,
Quick-witted?
No, that's usually a good, like, talking point. Not always, but you may add a bonus of 1 instead of me rolling for him. He'll be assisting you.
Two.
All right. Let me just pull this up. Perception. He was in a hurry. No, there. You start to weave like amongst the small bit of people there. Where Bernardus lives, there's not a lot of want for the usual crowd to head down that way. It's down an alley. It's poorly lit. I mean, it's a good vampire haven, but his abode does not assist in your attempt to stay hidden amongst what little people there are there. And you get the impression that the person has noticed you following him. And he slows, but doesn't stop heading in that direction.
We'll continue to walk like we weren't trying to hide, kind of play it off like we weren't staying back, and just since he slows, we'll catch up.
Okay. He nods and says, "I'm sorry, my child. I do not have time for your games. My son is in trouble."
Your son?
He looks at you confused, like you do know of him, or have you not? Do you not spend time in prayer anymore?
You said your son is in trouble.
Yes, he cried out. I don't have time for this. I will answer you later. Simply put your will towards requesting my assistance. Be well. And then he touches your forehead and just starts running again.
We're not gonna run. We're just gonna walk.
Okay.
I don't know. He's definitely Malkavian.
So I got the impression that he's self-important. So don't react to anything he. Well, try not to react. There's a reason there are no Malkavians in the order. We tend to just, punch them a lot.
I can understand.
Very well. Let him head along his way, I suppose.
Yeah. I still don't know who his son is, but we'll keep going.
Okay. All right. Are the rest of you doing anything for like the next 10, 15 minutes of importance?
I'm waiting for Lilith, apparently.
Okay. Yeah.
You'll be
I'm just
waiting a while.
bombarding Dragomir with incessant little questions like, what about this? What about how did that? What do you think about this?
Yeah.
I'm just like picking his brain, like trying to take notes on this thing.
I will answer because
Okay.
it's pursuit of knowledge. I can't discredit him or can't stop him from pursuing knowledge.
And you're besties now.
That's right. We're good friends.
So after, 15 minutes of interview, there is a presence. They burst through Bernardus's door without knock, without fanfare. The door flies open, and there stands a dark-skinned Middle Eastern man, goatee, hooked Roman nose, uh, you know, clothes in the mimicry of a merchant of Islamic descent, a horrible wrapped turban that seems to be more for basic head covering than anything. And he says, "My son, I heard your plea and I came. I do not normally descend as I have, but you needed me." And he rushes to you.
Yep.
Do you normally enter without knocking?
Hello, sire.
Oh,
These are my companions that I've been traveling with as of late.
I need not knock, for all houses are my house.
That's not true. My house is not your house.
It is figurative. He was in trouble. I came because I was needed.
Even
Thank
more
you.
interesting.
Yeah. Thank you, sire. I appreciate your attentiveness and
Well, when
urgency.
when the Son of Sons cries out for you, you answer.
Yes, thank you. I fear my message may have been distorted. It would be the best word for it. I was attempting to reach Brother Bernardus as I believe Malkov had granted me access to the web that we're all connected to through him.
That is wondrous news. It pleases me to hear that you're embracing your destiny as it has been given to you. And these are your disciples, you say?
Yes. Without your great teaching and guidance, I never would have made it this far.
Well,
We've been accomplishing much in the city.
I've heard the tales of you healing the sick, and I am pleased, very much so. Had you not cried out for help, you would have found me at your abode when you returned there. For I have news, which I wanted to share with you in person.
Oh, okay. It must be either joyous or grave indeed for you to come in person.
Tis neither. All right, so back to Asmodeus for just a small bit.
Mhm.
Give me another Uh, perception alertness roll, sir.
Shoot.
You see someone else heading in the same direction. Uh, she is dressed in tatters. It's a beggar you've seen often in your travels. She hangs out often near crossroads and marketplaces. Uh, she's on a cart, like like a sled of sorts, and she's pulling herself along very roughly with her arms. One is mangled and malformed. Looks like it's been that way since birth. Right, it's very slender. It lacks fingers. It's just kind of a not handless, but she's only has 1 to 2 digits in total, and she is quickly pulling herself along with like a forced mimicry of like being tired, not the type you do with spending a blood point, but the one you can easily just go to show that you're tired. As she's pulling herself in the same direction that you were, as she starts to slide into near you and Leonardo.
Where are you heading, ma'am?
She looks to you and says, "Can you help me, sir? I felt my mother call for me, and I cannot find her."
Jesus Christ.
You're a mother?
Where did she call from?
This way. I'm lost. I cannot find her, nor can I find my doll. I assume that is why she called for me. She has my doll.
And how old does she look again?
She looks like she's anywhere between 20 to like 35. It's hard to tell based off of level of dirt, what type of like how hard was her life before this person became a beggar or stuff like that. She's an adult. You can tell that much.
Which way were you heading? And maybe we can assist you.
She stops because she needs a hand to point, and she says, "I heard the call come from that way," and she points right down the road needed to go to Bernardus's.
We are headed that way also. Perhaps we can pull your sled for you.
You would be so kind. And she pulls a rope that she's laying on top of out from underneath her and holds it up.
I'll grab the rope and kind of motion for Leonardo to maybe take the other side and try to drag her behind us.
Sure. I will help. Let's go for an athletic strength roll, shall we?
Oh, that should be amazing.
Am I the only one hearing the Benny Hill theme?
That's
One
all.
success.
The two of you give a pull and start dragging her behind you.
Okay. So, what did you said you heard your mother?
Yes, I heard my mother.
Okay. And she was from this direction.
Yes. She cried out, but only once. But I know this is where it came from. I can feel her.
What did she say?
She was concerned.
Okay.
She would only be concerned if she found my doll.
Well, hopefully we can get you to her and she has your doll.
Give me another alertness perception check. Difficulty's 5. Two. You can see what looks like some scraggly bits of like yarn and fabric sticking out from beneath one of her legs.
What's under your leg there?
Right? She'll give a look see. Yes, perception. It, my doll. You found my doll, and she like uses her arms to shift herself, and she grabs the doll, and she, as soon as she has it in her hand, her face goes completely blank. There's 10, 12 long, agonizing seconds as you're pulling her along of like nothing. And then she perks up and begins to try to stand on the sled that you're pulling.
I'll stop pulling since she's gonna try to surf.
Okay. As soon as you stop, Leonardo stops and she stands up and gets off the cart, and she looks down at the doll and she says, "Are you gentlemen assisting me? I sometimes black out. I heard my daughter call for me and I'm trying to return her doll."
Your doctor?
My doctor? My daughter.
Oh, your daughter. I thought you said doctor. So, your daughter called for you?
Yes, I was in the market. I was begging to try to raise funds or food for her, and I found her doll, and then I heard her call for me. She's in distress. She needs assistance.
Where did you hear calling from?
I heard her from down this way, and then she points in the exact same direction that she had just pointed.
Yes, we are assisting you that way.
You're fine, gentlemen, and I wish I had some way to pay you back. I truly do. You have my deepest gratitude.
You're doing well. already. Just with your gratitude.
Now, I can take my goods sled. It helps me carry, so you do not need to pull it any longer. It's not necessary.
Do you need us to? Can you pull it with the doll also in your hands, or?
Yes.
Okay. Just was offering if you need
Okay.
to.
She tucks the doll into it's like a small pocket area that she has near her waistline, and with her one good hand grabs the rope and starts following you along. It doesn't take too much longer after your ever oddening interaction with her to get to Bernardus's door, and it's flung wide open, and the gentleman that you had just seen moments before is in there, talking to Dragomir. And the knights look like they're amused by what's occurring.
Oh, I'm amused.
I'm gonna walk in.
The gang's all
What
here.
is going on?
Just wait for it.
Asmodeus, this is my father.
That makes
Oh.
more sense.
We've met, and I know he does not pray nearly enough.
You are correct.
I'm trying to be a better influence on him as well, but he's
Well, he follows you. He will have his salvation.
Thank you.
There's also another lady out here. Said her daughter's in here.
Look towards the door.
There's a woman. You know her. Yep. It's
Jeanette.
Jeanette.
Yep.
She pokes her head in, wants to know if is my daughter in here. I heard her call for help, and I have her doll.
Okay, and I know how her dementation works, right? Her madness.
Yes.
Okay.
She has the doll is a trigger.
Yep. I will glance at the doll and be like, "Oh, Lise, it's nice to see you again as well. You found your mother, I see."
She looks at you very confused.
I also look at him very confused.
Because she's not yet misplaced the doll. So it's
Okay.
she's not yet had a moment to flip. Having it at the moment and knowing where it's at is keeping her as Jeanette.
Okay. I thought if I talked to the doll as a real person, that allows her to.
You know what? Let me open something up. Because I wrote all that stuff down like a smart person.
A long time ago, too.
Yeah, a long time ago. Is it here? Sorry. Computer's pokey. Taking me a moment.
That's fine.
I'm just gonna look at Dragomir and be like, "Are there more coming?"
Unless Bernardus shows up. I think this is it. Which, if he does, that would actually have accomplished my goal, actually.
Okay.
I didn't know if that's how it still works for this one.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but
Yeah, that's all right. So when you talk to the doll,
Mhm.
the doll talks back. But she doesn't recognize it as
okay.
it responding.
Okay.
So all of you hear the doll say, yes, I found my mom. I heard her call and I came running and she was there. These lovely two gentlemen helped us out so much. They were pulling me along on my cart and now we're here. And I have my mom and I have my doll and we can go anytime because she doesn't need my help anymore.
What did you do?
It's not me. It's not me, I promise you. um
It's kind of him.
uh, I'm probably responsible, yes.
I feel like it was all you.
I'm gonna head to the door and then look out and see if there's anybody else heading this direction.
Okay, give me an alertness perception.
I swear, if one more person shows up that's not Bernardus, I'm leaving. I say out loud.
You can see looking down both ways, you can see the road on each end. You don't see anyone else coming.
I'm gonna wait there a bit while they're talking
Okay.
to see if anybody's like straggling.
Mm-mm.
All right. Dragomir, you know that unless Bernardus is coming, this is it.
Yep.
Like the entire population of Malkavians in Jerusalem
Yeah.
has been summoned.
How the hell do we outnumber you?
Look, there aren't a lot of us, okay? There's good reason for that. So, yeah, Jeanette, you're not sure where your daughter was left?
Well, I left her at home, of course, where I knew she'd be safe, as I, sought her meal or money to provide for her as necessary.
Oh, and were you successful tonight?
She searches her person and says, unfortunately, no. Few people were willing to give alms. But I know I have something for her at home, so she will not go hungry for the night.
Well, perhaps you should return there, and I'm sure she's waiting for you there as well.
It must have been that occasional voice we get when we're lonely, hear your name called or someone talking to you. It's not unusual. Yeah. So yes, I will see you all hopefully. Good night.
Wait, you need food for a kid?
Yes, my daughter.
Paul, you got any of that food left that,
Paul stops staring at Dragomir long enough to look up and says, "Oh, yes, we still have the
Refreshments?
party refreshments."
Yeah.
But I think they would go to. I think Brother Bernardus would be very happy if you would help a child.
Oh, of course. So he goes to one of the corners and picks up the melon and the figs and the cheese and the bottle of wine, and dusts some of the dirt they've been sweeping onto it off, and walks over and hands it to Jeanette and says, "Ma'am, may this feed you and your child." God be with you. And she says, "Thank you. Thank you so much." And then your sire looks up and says, "Yes, me be with you."
God damn it.
Huh?
Yes, perhaps, Father, you'd like to send her with an additional blessing to safeguard her child.
Of course. I
You should go bless the child.
did you not hear it speak?
Did. I did indeed.
I suppose I can at least close the distance. He walks over to her and touches her upon the shoulder and then touches the doll upon the shoulder. Nods. Doesn't say anything, but he says, you are blessed. Now, to what's really important. And then he just turns and looks right back at you.
Yep.
Uh,
Of course.
I hope that 20-foot walk wasn't overbearing.
so? Right. Well, I will leave you to your companions and wait at your abode. It's
Oh, okay.
crowded and beginning to be a little silly here. So
Indeed.
I
Well,
will accompany this woman to ensure her safety.
it is very magnanimous of you. And
Of course, of course.
I shall meet you at my abode as soon as I'm free.
Farewell to you all. My light be upon you. And he heads out, and a quick look at Leonardo is grinding his teeth while the other knights are still chuckling at what's going on.
Yes, after he leaves, just look at her being, I'm sorry?
I don't know whether to respond or if we're supposed to bow down, being disciples and all.
So, what happened?
That was my sire. It's kind of a long story, but I tried to talk to Brother Bernardus directly via like some crazy Malkavian stuff, and apparently I am instead called for aid and expressed concern to every single person that has Malkavian blood or influence in them. Even they heard
Okay.
me. I point to the retainers.
They all shake their head, and then each says, "We did. Yeah."
Okay.
But I didn't hear anything. That's
You
odd.
did not.
Yeah, it was just anybody who has Malkov's blood, I think.
Hmm.
How'd your thing go, by the way?
Not good.
Yep. That's exactly how it went. Yeah. Kothar is evidently projecting herself as a god among the Nosferatu now. So in
Well,
order
you should
to.
have said something a little while ago. We had God here with us too. He probably could have started his own crusade.
Yeah. That's about what Leonardo wanted to start while we were there. Luckily, he came to his senses, and since he's not armed at all, and I'm not armed enough to take on half the clan of Nosferatu. I managed to get us out.
Yes, he did.
I almost think I would have rather watched that than whatever I just witnessed.
You're not the only one. But,
Well, I got to see some of that in the street on the way here, so I was wondering what was going on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I wasn't able to. I tried to get a hold of Bernardus. I did get a hold of Bernardus eventually, kind of. He didn't seem distressed or in trouble, so I'm guessing things are going fine with the Tremere for him.
That I didn't get to check on. We weren't there long enough for me to ask.
Well, apparently he's fine. He told me his message didn't say he was fine, but his tone, I guess, said he was fine.
So is this something you just kind of just happened, or?
Oh, yeah. Well, I drank the blood of Malkov, and it gave me some new stuff. It doesn't work like it should. Surprise. It tried to it tried to like eat my mind or something. I don't know. I'm really not exactly sure what's going on. But
Oh.
I basically did something stupid again, without thinking.
Oh, well.
So.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at the other Templars. I really am much more intelligent than this. Promise you. Like, if you need medical assistance or someone does, I normally can help out there.
Oh.
I just get a bit impulsive sometimes.
So, understandable, I suppose. He's your sire. His mindset not exactly great, but forgivable. But did I understand that you said the elder Nosferatu has made themselves, considers themselves a god?
From what we witnessed.
You would remember that the last time you're there, when you sired your own children, that they were worshiping her then too.
I'm not mentioning that.
It's news to me. What?
Is your clan numerous?
There's another group in the sewers.
I see.
They are, I believe, are opposed to Kothar.
Would you be willing to introduce me and my men to this
Okay.
person. Is he also being worshipped before we do this?
Not that I know of. He is also the childer of Kothar.
Ah. Okay. I know what our plan is. I will find a way to acquire for us armaments, and you will introduce us to what this childer of Kothar,
Ephraim.
Ephraim. You will introduce us to this Ephraim, and at least for a little while, my men and I will have purpose again.
Understandable.
Very well.
Are we talking about like open clan warfare or something, or? You know what? It's okay. I don't need to know, I guess.
I
You're on a need to know basis.
Perhaps I will prepare for that. Let's have you. I will need to talk to the prince, anyways. I must introduce myself proper. Since we've been gone, one could suggest that we've just entered his domain again. Perhaps he has a say. And a small clan crusade is on event.
Okay. Well, I have an engagement elsewhere that I need to go attend to and find out what my own sire had for me. Seems Bernardus is fine. I don't know if the rest of you want to stay around here. I'll look to Paul and the other retainers. Like, I'm assuming he'll be back this evening.
We do hope so, yes. I will. We will come and get all of you when he returns, unless it is too late, of course. Well,
Then tomorrow.
correct.
Yes, this sounds good to me. I'll look to the rest of the coterie and say, see you all tomorrow, and unless anybody is coming back with me, but I don't know if I would recommend that at this point.
Yes, my lord. Is that how I'm supposed to refer to you?
No, please.
Oh,
Please.
okay.
No. Just
I just smirk.
yeah.
I pat Dragomir on the shoulder as he gets towards the door towards Ova. Don't worry, we're all the children of God. You're just the children of God twice.
Thanks.
Knights, where will you go?
Samuel says, "Well, Oliver has graciously said that I may stay with him, so I will be with Oliver. Montfrey and Leonardo kind of look at each other and they say, "I think we'll stay here. We can stay in that spot that Dragomir temporarily went to. It seems safe if the Bernardus's retainers are willing," and they all nod. Guillermo says, "I'm going to go find my own spot. Shouldn't be too difficult from where we're at. It looks like there's plenty, but I've not been out in the world in a while, so I want to be out there for a bit on my own. Brothers, I shall see you tomorrow evening." And then he heads out the door.
I'll head out with Samuel if he's ready.
He is. He doesn't have anything, so.
Yeah, I'll head back.
Are you heading to your upscale or your
Yeah, I'm gonna continue the what is it? What was I doing?
The
To-
retainers.
The retainer thing.
yep. All right, so you're heading to the House of Comfort.
Until I've gotten her the first one, Jasmine completely done. Then I'll go and do Victoria.
Okay.
As Dastan is leaving, I'll say, Dastan, which location is Tiffany at?
She was moved to my upper location.
Do
The
you mind if
house.
at some point I can come by and just check on her?
You are free to come as you choose.
Okay.
Phrasing?
I think he said exactly what he needs to say. Yes.
Pulls out sword. Phrasing?
I'm not familiar with this the upper location where it's at, so he'll ask for directions.
Yeah,
ask
oh.
for directions to where you need to go.
I'll give him the areas that he might know, and then kind of the direction from there. Since he's
Right.
it's up near that hospital, anyways, or that church.
It is. It is.
And
Okay.
you've said you've frequented there before, so he'll
I've
let
been
you know
in
kind
that
of.
area. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with the area. I should be able to find it. What time is it right now, Game Master?
It is 1:30ish.
Okay. I'll say if I have time before sunrise approaches, I may stop up there tonight. If not, I'll come by first thing in the evening tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. And I will move on.
Okay. Asmodeus?
Leonardo, should I meet you here tomorrow night? And then we can go talk to the prince, and then possibly go talk to the other set of Nosferatu, depending on what the prince says.
He looks to Montfrey, and Montfrey says, "It is probably best that we wait to see the prince. I would like to at least find something that's not rags to wear." Um, at least during my time, there was some leeway once you've entered the city, so hopefully that still exists. He looks to you for like confirmation.
I'm not the best judge of clothing. Um,
What kind of clothing are you looking for?
Well, at the moment, something new. My preference would to be more along your style. My family was quite affluent, and I had maintained that, but it's been 100 years, so that has gone from me. Leonardo says, I just want some pants that don't have a bunch of holes in them.
I can bring clothes tomorrow if you would like.
They both look at you and they're like, that'd be most appreciative. Then we could at least see the prints right away. Thank you.
Very well. I'll have some clothes brought with me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well,
Then I'll head out.
okay, doke.
after that, I'll head to my place.
Casper.
Really don't have anything to do at the moment, so I'm just gonna wander for a bit. Maybe top off some of that blood I gave away.
Okay. Okay. Where would you like to go hunting, sir?
Poor part of town,
Apart now.
looking for some bums. Might even already be asleep. Easy rars.
That's true. All right. Give me a alertness wits roll. Difficulties 4. Three successes. It doesn't take long checking the nooks and crannies, the type of places the homeless like to hide and sleep in. And you find what you're looking for. There's a group of 3 men sleeping within a small, partially dilapidated like room to a larger building that seems to be itself in better condition than this one attachment. Each has taken their own little corner. You could easily sneak in without them noticing to feed on one or more if you wished.
Going for the hat trick.
Okay. Right. Then give me a stealth dex roll. And I will roll for the mortals. Not bad. All right. Yes. Perception.
Minus 10 dice for being asleep, right?
Yeah, I've upped the difficulty, but yeah.
No, just
Not one doesn't wake up. You know what? I'll just use that roll for all 3 of them. There's no point in So yeah, you're able to sneak in without waking anybody.
Oh, whichever one's closest to me is getting roared.
Okay. How much do you plan on taking from this poor, sleeping, defenseless person?
Is it? You could take 3 safely, right?
3 safely, yes, sir. You could technically take more, but you're risking it. You know what I mean?
Let's just go 3.
3.
Yep.
They don't. There is no fighting back, but you could.
He's having a really good dream at this point.
Yeah, you can feel them give in to the kiss. This person as you're feeding on them.
All right. Rah. Next guy.
Okay, give me another athletics or stealth dexterity roll.
Oh no! You know what? I'm gonna use my luck and re-roll that.
Okay, dope.
Basically the same.
You managed to sneak across the room. They don't seem to notice, and you're able to pounce upon the second fellow.
Well, I've gone this far. I might as well try to get the third guy.
All right, taking 3 from the second dude as well.
Yeah.
All right, one last roll.
No. I think I'm gonna re-roll that one too.
Okay.
That's my last re-roll for the night, though. It's better.
Yeah, anything is better than a botch. You're able to sneak up on the third guy without waking him, taking 3 from him as well.
Just gonna take 3 and feel real good about myself. I feel very accomplished.
Are you going to meld there or find somewhere else to?
I'm gonna find somewhere else.
All right. Beyond Dragomir, who has a conversation awaiting him, do the rest of you have any plans for the evening before you go to bed to sleep?
I get clothes ordered.
Gotcha. Okay.
I was gonna just ask him to teach me, but like not start tonight necessarily or whatever, but just ask
Oh, Samuel
the
to
question.
teach you?
Yeah.
All right. Any plans for you, Asmodeus?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Destin, how do you want to go about ordering clothes?
I'll have Jasmine send out requests to just get some finer clothes that I have. Probably in just various sizes.
Okay.
And have them there for tomorrow night, so I can pick them up and bring them.
Okay. Just give me a leadership manipulation roll, if you wouldn't mind. All right. She takes some like quick notes, asks a few questions over like real quick, basic descriptions of like them to try to figure out what she's should more focus on. You're able to get that across, and she uh
I'll have one. I'll let her know to do one of them a little bit finer,
okay,
more to my taste, since he had expressed that he had been, you know, of the finer things previously, and
okay,
three I'll have as you know, more common but more upscale.
gotcha. Okay. Uh, she finishes off the notes and calls someone over and passes off what your request to them to have that person gather it for the evening, since she's still in charge and you have potential plans.
I'll also check on our guest.
Uh, she's set up comfortably. Looks as if it's been made up to look as if she's asleep, just in case someone were to walk in on the room or something like that. But there, it is still guarded. But the appearance of a sleeping guest has been made to try to hide the fact of what's going on.
I'll give praise to her for the job well done.
Oh, thank you. We haven't had any notification to move her to the third location yet, so
One of
keeping her.
one of my other companions may be coming tomorrow to visit. I should be here still.
Okay. We'll prepare for their visit. Have appropriate refreshments ready. Can I help you with anything else?
Oh, just a nightcap. If you would like to bring a friend.
Of course. Of course. Any particular flavor?
I'll let you choose.
I will find someone capable to take over my duties for the rest of the evening. How much do you wish to take from the additional participant? And I assume you're going to progress your ghoulification of her?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll take the max out of the other person that I can safely.
Safely? All right, so three more?
Yeah.
Or three? Well, that. All right.
And then what is it? I can take 3 from her, but then I have to give 2 back or 1 back. Is that right?
You just need to give her the equivalent of 1. You don't need to feed from her unless you want to.
I'll feed 1, or I'll feed 2 from her, and then
Okay.
that way I'm full.
Gotcha. Probably a good idea.
I like to be full.
Alrighty. I'm going to ask anything else?
No, that'll be it
No.
for me.
All right. Oliver.
Yep.
Anything you wish to do or discuss with Samuel?
Yeah, training or whatever
Right.
needs to take place. I have a question for you, Samuel.
I hope I have an answer for you.
can you teach me your discipline?
Well, I mean, it's not wholly unusual, but aren't you a healer? Do you really need to learn that?
Well, in my line of work, it would be helpful.
It was suggested that you're assisting our kind to escape the, was it Tremere?
Yeah.
I can, yeah, I can teach you. It's similar to something the first step that you already know, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be easy.
I've been out of my mind for a century or so, so I'm not sure how well I've been feeding or what I've been eating. Uh, Considering what's required, would it be all right if I fed on something first?
Sure.
All right. Sometime tomorrow, then.
Okay.
We'll start your training, I guess.
Sure.
So, what's your place like?
It's a bakery.
Okay.
Some
Interesting.
warehouses.
Oh, you have some territory then.
A little bit. Don't, you know, don't like to show. I don't have like big glamorous places. Just little buildings.
Well, any, you know, properties pretty impressive from where I come from. So,
I mean, normally it's me and my cousin here, but she got injured recently.
is she your ghoul or is she mortal?
She's like me.
And she's not okay. So she is in torpor?
For the moment, yeah.
Do you have someone watching her at your place?
She's with one of the companions that were back at. He's got a place with some people that can watch her.
And that's your coterie, so you trust them with watching her?
I mean, I hope so. If anything happens, I've got this, right? And just tap my my sword.
Once I have one of those, you'll have me as well, and my axe.
That's what I was gonna say whenever they said they wanted to go to the thing. I was gonna be like, and you have my bow, but then I thought they would take me seriously, and I don't,
Yeah, they might have. All right. So you show them back to your place. your undercroft, as it were, at the bakery. Anything else for this evening, then?
Not for me.
All right. I guess that leaves Dragomir. Get back to your place, and Al Hakim is sitting inside, like at your makeshift desk. He's reading through one of your medical like notes journals. You know, I don't understand any of this, but it's fascinating.
Indeed, I mean, all knowledge comes from yourself, anyhow. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
Um, what did you have for me?
Well, I wanted to let you know that at least for a small bit of time, that my continents will not be shining upon you. I am needed elsewhere, and my focus shall be solely in that area. And I did not want you to think that I had forsaken you.
Oh, of course not. I would always be aware that your presence is there. Is it something important that pulls you away?
A former traveling companion has reached out to me, and it's 3 months away. I need to head to Budapest, so I will be gone for minimum half a year.
Okay, yeah. Budapest is quite the travel. It's a bit in the direction where my family was from, a little bit further north than where I was from, but yes. I wish you safe travels along the way. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Well,
If there's anything I can do in your absence.
no, I don't think there is anything I require. My ways will work themselves as they always have. Simply keep reaching out. I think some of your disciples have fallen from your graces, and perhaps you should spend a little more time and effort. They might not be feeling the lessons that I would prefer to be taught.
Oh, of course. I will. I'm. We've we've developed quite a bond in our coterie. We work well together, and I believe as we spend more and more time, um, I should undoubtedly have more influence on them.
Good. Good. Gather as many as you can. Spread my message as well as your own.
Of course. I am looking forward to when you return.
Yes, well, it is getting early in the morning. Is it all right if I stay here for the day?
Of course, as you wish. My abode is yours as well.
I'll not be intruding.
No, No, it's just myself in here as of late. So I had one more stop I was going to make tonight. A companion of mine is just fallen into a sleep, and I wanted to check on her.
Yes, of course. I will remain here unless you wish me to accompany you. More physically, as opposed to always being with you.
Oh no, I mean the presence that you offer to me at all times is sufficient enough. I'm just checking on her. She's just want to make sure she's resting okay. But last I checked on her, she was doing well. Just needs time to recover.
Very well. I'll be here when you return.
And I will nod and head up towards the House of Comfort.
Okie dokie. Ah,
That name sounds vaguely familiar.
Sounds eerily familiar. Yes,
yeah. It's got that written to it.
I know. As long as I don't encounter a guy outside that's trying to convince me to come inside, everything should be fine.
I don't need that kind of advertisement. They come inside already.
It's okay. I don't have fireball to burn it down anymore.
I mean, you could with the right teacher.
Yeah, I don't have it yet, but eventually, maybe.
You've been here, like you said before. The woman that you know that he has in charge of the place isn't currently, manning the entrance, as it were. There's a fairly youthful looking man, standing there, watching the front door and manning the entrance counter. Looks to you and says, "Can I help you, sir?"
Yes, I was here to visit a special resident that you have resting here. I'm one of Destan's companions that's been traveling with him recently. I'd advised him I was coming by tonight or tomorrow, depending on whether or not I had time. I was
Yes. Jasmine informed me when she left me in here that someone would be stopping by.
I don't need to make any kind of grand entrance or require anything additional. I just wanted to check on the special guest and see how she's doing.
Okay. Do you know on which room we're keeping her, or do I?
If you could direct me, that would be most helpful. I haven't been up here myself yet to check on her.
All right, if you would, follow me.
Thank you. I appreciate your kindness and willingness to help.
He leads you through a draperied door into what is like a small lounging area with a bar. Several intimate tables for two were set up throughout the room. There's a hallway that leads directly out of it to your right, and in the same location there are stairs that head up. You can see that there's an open balcony that looks up to the second floor from where you're standing, and he says, "Just up these stairs." He takes you up and leads you to a central room we've blocked off the window as we were informed to help keep her from being bothered by any light that might affect her sleep.
That is most courteous of you.
There's a gentleman, very big and muscular, definitely not the type that would be usually requested, but he still looks to be chosen for if that were requested, he would be used as well, guarding the door. He steps aside and opens it up and says, "After you, sir."
Thank you.
The gentleman who led you says, "If you need anything, my name is Rory, and I will be downstairs."
Oh, thank you very much, Rory. I appreciate it. By the way, my name is Dragomir. I'll extend my hand.
A pleasure. He shakes yours. And if you need anything at all,
Thank you. I will make sure Destan knows that you were most courteous and hospitable.
thank you. That is appreciated. And they let you step in, and Rory closes the door, and you can hear him give an order to the guy standing out front to keep on guard, allow you out when you knock, and then you hear the door lock.
Okay. All right. So I'll take a look at Tiffany and just see how she's doing. If there's been if she appears to be progressing or.
Give me a medicine perception roll.
Okay. Just 6.
Yeah, 6.
Okay.
Nice.
Roll all the dice. So 5.
5. Yeah, she it doesn't look like she's changed physically. You can see that someone has recently fed her. She has a bit of blood on her lips. She's been set up to look comfortable and sleeping. If someone were paying attention, her lack of breathing would suggest something else, but she looks like she's fine. It's hard to tell if there's any progression towards waking up. You get a good look at her wounds. They're healing, but slowly, since it requires a good bit of conscious effort to heal like that. Even though torpor isn't unconsciousness, it certainly looks like it.
Mm-hmm.
So she is actively getting better. So. Anything else?
No, I think as long as she looks okay and looks like she's being fed and recovering, then I think I'm good here. So
right.
I will just go back to the door and knock on it.
Heading back home.
Yes. Yep.
All right.
We'll stop by the front desk as I leave and thank Rory again for welcoming me in and depart.
Well, of course, your companions of our employer are always welcome here.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I will take my leave and head back to my my abode before the sun rises.
All right. I think I will call it there, as it's 4 minutes to our usual log out time. I hope you all enjoyed your time with us this evening. Please come back again in 2 weeks. If you're on the Twitch, please follow us. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. We want to praise the algorithm gods as much as we possibly can. I believe we're not having the usual game for the Outlanders tomorrow, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I think we're probably out on that one for until second week of July, maybe. It
Gotcha.
depends.
Yeah.
All right.
Out
We'll
for
see
a
if we
while.
can get in some makeup sessions somewhere in there. But yeah.
Okay.
Well, I won't be here the next session, the 19th, for this one either.
Okay. Shouldn't be an issue. If you're in the future, watch us on as the Outlanders as much as the past videos here. Last time I told you guys about Oxford. So today's closing bit of trivia is, in 3 years, both Saladin and Richard the Lionheart will have passed. By the time of 1200, they will have died within a month of each other. Considering each respectable, admirable opponents. That's right. We'll see you next time. And until then, remember, don't play in the dark. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.